All right, welcome to Creator Hardware. Today we're talking about setting up white balance for newbies. A lot of consumer grade cameras that a lot of YouTubers use might have an auto white balance setup. And that can be fine, though your quality may not be as good as it could be. White balance is really important. If you screw it up, it can really affect your shot. You overexpose, well, it's gonna look like this. And if you really overexpose it, it can be really bad. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand how to set white balance. Now, auto settings will get you close, and they can be a good guide. In fact, on my main channel, I shoot with auto white balance, mostly because of, well, I batch shoot multiple videos and have less control over the lighting than I have in the studio. At the shop, I've got open glass doors that, you know, if I'm starting to shoot before the sun has fully gone down, it can change my lighting and then I'd have to adjust stuff. So for me, it makes more sense to do auto white balance there. Here, well, one, this camera I'm using, a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K, doesn't have auto white balance. You have to set it. Now, if you ever see somebody tell you, set your white balance to this, stop watching that video, go find somebody else, because there is no hard and fast rule. It's gonna depend on the setup you're doing, the lighting you have, and it just does. It's gonna depend on the situation you're in. So there is no hard and fast rules. Anybody tells you set it for 300, it doesn't know your setup, doesn't know your lighting situation. You have to set it yourself. Now, one of the things that can help is something like this, a white card, gray card. They make them bigger. This will help you set up your white balance so you get nice whites and nice grays. How do you set up white balance for your situation? You have to take into account your lens, what f-stops you're using, how much light it actually lets through. Why, if somebody says set your camera to this, they don't know what they're talking about, because literally don't know what lens you're using, what camera you're using. It varies so much. But what you can do is play with it. Take some time, get you one of these cards, and shoot a video with the card. Put it on your editing software, look at the footage. Compare how it looks on the screen versus this card and see how grainy it is. Use your software to zoom into these panels, just hold them like this. My point of that is look at the white card and look at your footage. Blowing this out, it's probably overexposed. If the white looks really, really bright, it's probably overexposed. If you're underexposed, it's gonna look more gray. And real simple way to, well, adjust your white balance. White balance will dramatically change how your footage looks, just having it done right. When it comes to video, lighting design and camera settings can absolutely take you to the next level just by setting your camera up right and your lights. It took me a while to figure out how to set up lights in this space so that I look good and got close to the look I want. I wanted a little darker, but one of the things I found out is when I film darker, I have to brighten up my thumbnails because they look really dark on just regular screens. Now, actually going to your settings on your camera, I'm not gonna get into because, well, every camera is different, every menu is different. Even in the same lines of cameras, Sony or Canon or whatever, the menu may be slightly different. So you're gonna have to figure it out on your personal camera. But my point to this video is learn how to set up your white balance. Setting up your white balance will take your videos to the next level. Will make them look so much better than overexposed or underexposed. So as always, hit record, hit upload. Thanks for watching. This is Creator Hardware.